The Emperor of Broken Oaths. Promises were the mortar of the empire, and everyone could feel the cracks. They began as hairline fractures, a missed vow, a delayed debt, a marriage oath spoken thinly and lived thinner still. Each broken promise sent a shiver through the land, like a bell struck far underground. Crops wilted faster, stone darkened. Shadows clung longer to corners. People whispered that the emperor was growing stronger. They were right. Emperor Caldras ruled from a citadel veined with black marble, its walls threaded with gold like healed scars. He was not tall, nor broad, nor especially fierce to look upon. His power lay elsewhere, in the way the air bent subtly toward him, in the weight of his voice, in the sense that standing before him was like standing beneath a collapsing arch. He fed not on blood or fear, but on fracture, the precise moment when a human word failed to become a human truth. Each broken oath added another ring to him, like the growth of a tree that fed on rot. His veins darkened, his bones hardened, his mind sharpened to a cruel brilliance. He remembered every lie spoken in his realm, every vow abandoned halfway across the bridge of intent. And so he made a nation of promises. Contracts were everywhere. Spoken pledges were recorded. Children swore loyalty before learning arithmetic. Lovers signed devotion in ink and blood. The emperor smiled as the empire frayed itself for him, strand by strand. Only one girl did not break. Her name was Elian. She was born during a thunderstorm so fierce the midwives said the sky itself was arguing with fate. From infancy, Elian remembered everything, not as images, but as exactness. Words landed in her mind like stones dropped into still water, each ripple preserved forever. She remembered tone, timing, breath. She remembered what was promised and what was meant. More than that, she remembered herself. Oaths did not blur for her. They did not soften with time. Promise, once spoken, became a line carved into her bones. She could feel when one was kept, a quiet settling in her chest, and when one was broken, a sudden wrenching absence, like a missing stare in the dark. Her village learned quickly to be careful around her. Elian hears too much, they said. Elian remembers too well. When the emperor's scribes came, tallying promises and testing loyalty, they found her impossible to trick. She repeated every oath back to them exactly as spoken, correcting even the smallest verbal hedge. They marked her name in black wax and sent word to the citadel. Caldras summoned her at once. The throne room was shaped like a cathedral split down the middle, its ceiling arched with banners stitched from old treaties. Each banner trembled faintly, as though still aware of the vows once bound within it. The emperor sat at the far end, his presence radiating outward like a slow, crushing gravity. Elian walked toward him, feeling the pull. "You know why you are here," Caldras said. "Yes," she replied. His smile sharpened. "Good. Then swear." He extended a hand. Around it, the air hummed, a hive of half-kept words waiting to be fed. Elian felt the pressure in her skull, the emperor's power pressing, coaxing, promising ease if she would only bend. "Swear loyalty," he said softly. "I will make you safe." Elian did not move. "I cannot swear what I do not mean," she said. "I cannot mean what I know to be false." For the first time in decades, Caldras felt nothing. No surge, no strengthening, no sweet fracture. Hand trembled. Extended metaphor bloomed in Elian's mind. The empire is a bridge made of vows. Each plank weakened by neglect, the emperor standing beneath it, catching the falling pieces and fashioning armor from the wreckage. She saw herself not as a hammer, but as a keystone. The one stone that could not shift without collapsing the arch. "You are an anomaly," Caldras said. "An error." "No," Elian replied. "I am a memory." He tried again. He offered her gold, titles, protection for her family. Each offer was a thread meant to knot around her will. Each failed. She felt them for what they were, promises already hollow at the center. Anger cracked through the emperor at last. "Do you know what I am?" I demanded. "Yes," Elian said quietly. "You are what happens when words are treated like tools instead of truths." Caldras rose. The banners screamed. The walls groaned as centuries of broken oaths surged into him at once, swelling his form, darkening his veins until he looked less like a man and more like a living fault line. "Then break," he roared. "Break for me." Elian closed her eyes. She remembered every promise she had ever made, to her parents, to her friends, to herself. She remembered keeping them. The memory anchored her like bedrock. "I won't," she said. The power struck her anyway, shattered against her memory, and rebounded. The effect was catastrophic. For the first time, Caldrus felt his own fractures. The broken promises he had fed upon surged backward, returning to their origins. The citadel walls split, the banners unraveled, their threads turning to dust. The emperor collapsed inward, not dying but diminishing, reduced to a man buried beneath the weight of unkept words he could no longer consume. Outside, across the empire, something changed. Promises still broke, humans were still fallible. But the cracks no longer fed a throne. They fell where they were made, demanding repair instead of reward. Leanne left the citadel at dawn. She did not rule, she did not command. She walked the empire like a living ledger, reminding people of what they had said and what they still owed themselves. Some hated her, some thanked her. None could lie to her for long. And the Emperor of Broken Oaths remained where he had fallen,